Hey guys, I'm sorry I look really bad and I'm sorry about the noise of the fan. So something's on my mind and it's basically my opinions on suicide because I know it's quite a controversy topic and I am actually for it, but only for some people, if you know what I mean. So basically I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So basically there are some people that just have a bad day. Some people break up with their boyfriends and they have felt like shit for a month, and to them I would say definitely 100% do not end your lives. People that have just broke their leg, or people that have one leg or one arm and it makes everything difficult, and to those people again I would say definitely don't end your life, because there are so many people struggling through the same thing as you that are coping with a broken leg or a broken arm or relationship issues or even domestic violence. There are ways of coping with that. There's ways that, like there's police there, there's so many people that you could reach out to, and if nobody's listening, there's so many ways you could run. If you're watching this video, you have internet, so there are so many ways that you could go with that, instead of just completely ending your life. And then there's people with terminal illnesses that have maybe a year or maybe a month or maybe even 3 years, but because they know that's the way they're going to die, some of them people don't want it to end that way. They don't want the cancer to win, they don't want the illness to win, and to those people, and as terrible as this may sound, I am for people that decide that they want to do it. I'm just saying right now, it is definitely 120,000% a last resort. It's not something that you should just go ahead and do if you're having a bad day or a bad year even, or a bad 2 years. It's something that should be thought, well, not should be, but is okay to be thought about in people that really are suffering and will suffer until the end, if you know what I mean. So there's also something I want to cover is living with pain. So people that live with severe pain, severe, things that disable them to be able to do what normal people can do. To people that can't walk, I would definitely say stay on this earth, keep on living, keep on fighting. To people that, are severely ill, if there's no other way to live a happy life, then to them people, I would not judge you if you did that, if you did end your life. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong, I'm saying my opinion on this, and I know there'll be lots of people that are against this as well, and I think that you shouldn't just take my opinion on this and then go ahead and do something like that. You should definitely look into what everyone else says about it as well, because you're entitled to make your own decision. This is a free country, but you have to make the right one. And I would definitely say that anyone younger than 18 should definitely not end their lives unless they are in serious pain physically. Mental health issues in somebody younger than 18 could be sorted, and it could even be sorted when you're over the age of 18. So the next thing that I'm going to go into talk about is, do I agree with people with mental health issues ending their lives? And I think that anybody that ends their lives does have a mental health issue, whether that's post-traumatic stress from all the pain, from all the violence, from, anyone that ends their lives definitely do have a mental illness one way or another. But in general, do I think people with just a mental illness should end their lives? Now, this is a tricky one because I myself suffer from a mental illness, but if I only suffered from one mental illness that didn't happen every day, let me explain. So basically, if I had social anxiety and that was it, just social anxiety, if there was somebody out there that just has social anxiety, that maybe just thinks that everyone thinks they're weird, maybe they just can't go in Tesco's or can't shop, maybe they have to shop online, I'd say to you, definitely do not end your life, because there are so many ways around the way you feel in that case. There's so many things put in place for people with mental health issues, like, you know, getting job seekers allowance. Sometimes that's even too difficult. Sometimes ESA is too difficult for people with mental health issues, including myself. Sometimes things that are put in place are actually too frightening to even go forward with when you suffer with a mental health issue. So to people like myself who suffer every single day with a mental health issue, and when I don't want anyone to take this as advice or anything like that, because sometimes when you're just having depressive thoughts, sometimes those thoughts are the thoughts that are just against you, if you know what I mean. So basically you could have depression and think that everyone hates you when actually nobody hates you. But you could also have a mental illness like me that progresses every month. It does never go away. Basically, I would say for people with severe obsessive compulsive disorder, for instance, severe, I'm not talking about, you know, people that can get through the day without, like, 24/7, like, basically people that can't get through a day without doing 100 OCDs. To you guys, I would say, if it's a last resort and you've lived since you were 3 years old with it, like I have, I would say I don't judge you. I'm not saying do it. I'm definitely not saying. I recommend, and I will even put suicide links in the description for help for people feeling suicidal. I'm definitely not saying do it, but I'm saying if you've really, and I'm saying like everyone that even has these thoughts, you need to think it through. Like, you need to think about how it will affect other people in your life. How is this really what you want to do? Like, to completely be nothing. There's literally nothing. Mind all of the religions and everything like that. In my opinion, and this is plausible, it could happen, there could be absolutely nothing, or there could be something worse in the afterlife. Like, I believe there's different senses. What if those senses are worse than the ones you have on this earth? Meaning stronger emotions, but they're not emotions, they're just something that make this feel really shit, if you know what I mean, because you will be part of the universe. You just don't know what happens after death, which is why I'm talking about this. So basically, I think that people that suffer, and you know whether you suffer severely. I'm not talking about a breakup, I'm not talking about a broken leg, I'm not even talking about severe disability where you can't even, you know, do things for yourself. I'm talking about things that stop you from being able to do everything that everyone else can do, meaning everything. You can't even go to the toilet without feeling like shit, without feeling helpless, without feeling like nobody can help you. Do you know what I mean? And I say, especially people with severe mental illness, I am definitely for it, not against it. But you have to know, you have to be 18 or over, and you have to know how that's going to affect other people, and you have to know that this is actually the only way out. You have to know that. You have to think about, is it going to be better for everyone else? Is it going to be better for me? You know, you won't be you anymore, you won't exist, and that's not something you can even put your mind around, because you won't have a mind. Is literally everything in your life over? Can you not visit Paris? Can you not do the things that you wanted to do? Or do you even have nothing you want to do? Because if you have nothing you want to do, like myself, it's a horrible mindset. And I'm not feeling suicidal, by the way, I just want to put that out there. I have felt suicidal, and I do get suicidal, and I would not want somebody to stop me from doing anything, I would not want anyone to stop me from killing myself if I was ever going to do it. If I was going to jump off of something, if somebody pulled me back, I would be so pissed. It would be unbelievable, and I would want to do it again because I hadn't done it. Do you know what I mean? And I believe that there are people that do it and regret it as soon as they jumped off. And I believe if you have the willpower to live, those people could, which could be you. If you were going to do it, you had the willpower to live, you could be in severe pain and severe organ damage, like severe just illness. You have to really think these things through when you're feeling like this, because it could be temporary. If you've been feeling like this every single day and you've tried every single thing out there, like I'm talking, like you've tried medication, you've tried to go out the house, you've tried to make friends, you've tried to walk, you've tried to get people to help you walk, you've tried to get people to help you feel better, you've tried to make yourself feel better, you've tried every single thing to make the pain go away in your mind or in your body, and you still feel like that, I actually think it's selfish of the people wanting you to stay, not you wanting to go. So I know there's going to be a lot of comments, if lots of people watch this, on how they think this is a wrong idea. You guys can have your own opinion, I don't mind, and I'm definitely not saying go ahead and do it. I'm saying this is something that's really, really sad. If anyone feels like this, it is a horrible place to be at, thinking that ending your life is the solution to everything. There's no more Paris, there's no more donuts, there's no more yum-yums, there's no more friend making, there's no more chances at all. They're all gone, because you physically can't live with yourself anymore, with the way you feel, with the way you think, with the way the pain, the mental torture, the physical pain. It's just, I think it's a horrible thing to feel that way. And I believe that assisted suicide should be looked into more by the government, by the law, by the changes of things. I think that really should be considered, because I think that the people that are in the most pain with these people that end their lives, the families that are in the most pain, are the ones that have been told their whole lives that it's wrong and that they should blame themselves if their family members go ahead and do it, and that they're selfish. So obviously they believe that they're selfish, they believe that these people don't care about them and that's why they did it, or it's their fault and that's why they did it, and that's not true. People that actually go ahead and do it have really, really thought about it. And that's why I'm saying anyone that watches this and you're thinking about it, you have to really know what you're doing, what you're thinking. You have to know that it's the right thing to do. It's the only thing to do to make you live with yourself, live with your soul, live with this. You know, you won't be here. There'll be literally nothing. And if that feels better to you and more comforting, I think that everyone else trying to stop people doing that is selfish. But I just don't judge anyone that does it, because I've been in that place and I do get in that place sometimes, and if anyone was to stop it, then I think that they are the wrong ones. I think it's nice to show that you care about someone, because sometimes that's all that somebody needs, is just a listening ear. But sometimes there's so many issues and problems that anyone, not what anyone says, not what anyone thinks, nothing would help them people. And for us guys, if it does, and I'm not like, I probably won't do it, I'm just saying, like, I have been in that state, and you have to really think these things through. Like, the only thing stopping me from doing it is my little cousin, basically, because I know she wouldn't cope. I know there's family members that absolutely adore me, and I think about them too when I'm feeling like that as well, but the main person is my little cousin. And I've just thought about how it would affect her mentally, and I wouldn't want, you know, her to end her life and then everyone else to end their lives. You've got to think about, you ending your life could actually mean somebody else ends their life, somebody else ends their life, somebody else ends their life. It literally could make the whole world depressed. I know this is like thinking like worst case scenario, but it is possible. Very, very highly unlikely, but it is possible. And you've got to remember that the people that love and care about you will get mental health issues themselves when you do it. You have to really think all these things through, which is why I think the laws need to be changed, and there needs to be acceptance and people saying their last goodbyes to the people that actually will do it no matter what. These people should feel like they're okay to say their last goodbyes. These people should feel like it's okay to give them the last hug, the last love, the last everything. Just treat them like it's their last day, because it could be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I hope you guys really do what's the right thing, and don't take this as a word of advice. This is not a word of advice, this is my opinion. I'm gonna leave suicide help links. Definitely try to find help, whoever you are. And if you need to talk to anyone, then you can try and talk to me. I'll leave my Facebook messenger in the description, but definitely don't just count on me, because I could be asleep, I could be out and about. You know, you've got to try and talk to as many people as you can, message as many people as you can when you're in that state, because sometimes all you need is somebody to see a different way around things, somebody to see a different view on it, and it could make you feel better. You could actually end up living a life that you've always wanted, just because of what one person has said to you, just because of what somebody's recommended to you. You know, it doesn't have to be the end, but you know, I don't judge you if it is. So that's all I'm going to say. I love you all, stay safe, and try your best to keep on living no matter how hard it gets. And this is all I'm saying. I am for it, but I definitely don't recommend it. And I love you all, stay safe, bye.